Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
to 307 Reacts.
Be proud of me. I was so far away from it.
Yes.
So
I'm
far
Chris. This is Matt. And we are back with Tom Macdonald. I'm sorry we're about a week late.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like maybe we haven't ever seen Tom Macdonald at this point, man. It's been so
It's been a
long.
while.
It's been a long time.
But listen, okay? It's blowing up in the day that we're shooting this. Like, in the day that we're shooting this right now in our time, it released 3 days ago.
Sure, yeah.
But it'll be a week for you guys. But, like, man, it is doing very well. Now, this video wasn't originally going to come out. He canceled it. He was like...
3 days ago, and it has 1.8 million views at the time of us recording this video. Holy
But this video wasn't going to come out.
Okay.
Because they were running into issues shooting some of the scenes.
Oh, really?
And then they ended up pushing through, like, edited through the night and released it the next day. Like, that, it is wild. So, like, he didn't do any normal promotion like he normally does. Like, he came on Wednesday and said, hey, dropping a new song Friday. And then it was like Thursday, he's like, fuck, we ran into a lot of issues. This might not come out.
Yeah.
Thursday night, okay, sorry, guys, I had to cancel it. Friday, hey, it's out.
Oh,
like,
you were telling me about this, weren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, okay. Crazy. Okay, yeah. Well, we heard the first 3 seconds of it just now while we were just kind of getting things set up here, and I just heard an acoustic guitar. That's all I heard was just a little ditty of an acoustic start playing, and I'm like,
stoked.
wait a second. What? Is Tom playing an acoustic
Country
guitar?
Tom, let's
Like,
go.
This is going to be very interesting. Our first thumbnail here, it looks like he's sitting on a couch with got some work boots or cowboy boots or something like that on. And, just interested to see what it's called Scars. And it has 1.8 million views. And, if you guys like us that much, you should, hit the subscribe button down there at the bottom. Man. There's going to be a little graphic. If you guys have been keeping up, we have this little graphic that plays. It's really nice. So, because we know how to edit. We're really good at it. We're not good at it.
We're okay. Mediocre.
I get a little bit nervous every time I have to pull up Filmora. I'm just like, okay. I'm
been a while.
pretty sure I remember how to do this here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
I don't remember how I got all these scars, but I know I lived a hell of a life.
Okay.
I can't remember how I made it this far, but I know it was a hell of a fight. Could have been some bones in a coffin stone, drinking vodka, locked up with the bros, causing problems, broke at the bottom. You know that I got a lot of marks under these clothes. Should have killed me, somehow I survived. These tattoos on my arm hide from you. All the scars. These tattoos on my arm hide from you. All the scars. I don't remember how I.
Damn.
Whoa.
That's good.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
I feel like if there was a Chris Cagle and Tom Macdonald collab, this would be it.
I'm hearing a lot of, from my own personal reference, I'm just hearing a lot of like, oddly enough, I'm hearing like a lot of Angels and Airwaves reference.
Oh, okay.
Like
I can see that.
like experimental Tom DeLonge phase kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Tom DeLonge. Whoa, like playing an acoustic guitar and like kind of singing slow, and he's got a lot of auto-tune going on, but then he's standing out here in the desert in his leather jacket, but he's also saying, like, I'm a little vulnerable sometimes, like, sometimes I'm hiding some scars. That's why why we get tattoos. That's a thing, right? You get tattoos to cover up a scar because that's a practice, like scars aren't.
And even like, he talks about being out with his friends back in the day, getting locked up and drinking and all these crazy things. And not only are there physical scars, but like emotional or mental scars too. And like a lot of people who get tattoos will do, it's some sort of like, either they cover up physical scars or they cover up mental scars or emotional scars or whatever. I know that I have a couple of those. Those are kind of one of those ones where I look at it and it's a reminder of, okay, that sucked a lot, but like this reminds me to keep my head in this mindset.
Huh.
And so it's just kind of one of those things. Like, I think it's super cool.
Interesting, because like, I don't know, thinking about just tattoos in general, like I have one tattoo. I only have one tattoo. And for me, it was like it's a mark of like something awesome that happened, right? Like I got a tattoo because it was a really good band that I was in, and we did some things.
It's a good scar.
Yeah. So for me, when I think about it, I think of tattoos more as like a triumph, and like a rewarding kind of thing.
And
but
they are in a sense.
It is, but like you said, they serve all these other meanings to people too. Like in my eyes, it's more of just like a victory stamp kind of thing. But in the same sense, and even in the same meaning of a victory, it could be a victory from overcoming some life thing, some shit that was thrown in your face, and now you've overcome it, and you got a kind of a reminder mark that like I went through that, and I'm better than that now. That kind of a thing. Crazy. Like I don't even. It's this is why we do this.
Like,
this is why.
The two that I have is the one on my wrist. It's a treble clef with a cross kind of built into it, and it has Isaiah 6:8. And I remember like a year or two before I got it, I was going through like a lot, and just being in high school, like I look at it now and I'm like, dude, that's nothing. But like when you're young and in high school and shit, all these small things, like
first experiences, you're learning the world and everything around you and trying to acclimate.
Yeah, and there was just times that like I didn't want to be here anymore, and I was like, I worked through all of that and I was good and I was fine. But Isaiah 6:8 is a Bible verse. I'm sure you guys gathered that. But it says, "And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send and who will go for us? Then said I, Here my send me." And it's one of those reminders that, like, I was put on this earth for a reason. And whatever it is, I just need to continue to live and live to that reason. So maybe today it's just showing up to work and fixing somebody's car. Or maybe tomorrow it's getting with Matt and shooting a music video. Like, my life serves a purpose. The other one I have is from Supernatural, if you guys know that. It's their little anti-possession symbol or whatever. But, like, growing up in a heavy, heavy, heavy Christian home, they have all these expectations of, well, this is who you need to be. This is who you need to be. And if you don't do this, you're not part of the blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm not going to let those demons control me anymore. They're no longer allowed in my mind or allowed in my body. So it's sort of a representation of, whereas in the show Supernatural, they get it so demons don't physically like get into them. For me, it's a thing like, I'm not going to let my demons take over me. I'm done with that. I'm just going to go live my life and be me.
Yeah, See, different perspectives. I see it as a trophy.
Right.
But that was a one-off experience for me also. I'm not like a enthusiast of getting tattoos or anything like that, but I wanted to see what it was like and get the experience, and I did experience it, and I would get more. The problem is they're also very expensive.
Well,
good work is very expensive.
Ken is going to be an apprentice.
That's
here
true.
Soon.
That's
$40 is what they start out at.
See,
so.
And I trust her artwork too. Yeah. So I am looking to get another thing done, but I think I got a guy lined up for that. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to do the whole leg spread thingy. Whole leg spread thingy.
Oh, legs. Wait, what side is this on?
I literally just
like,
said
what?
that.
Huh? What?
Oh my god! I'm going to do leg sleeves, which means I'm going to do the whole spreads of my legs.
He's going to spread his legs for him, bro.
Much better.
Anyway,
let's keep going.
Let's continue.
Good God.
All the score. I don't remember how I ended up here, but I know I probably should have died. I don't remember why I cried all those tears, but I know that I turned out alright. I know that people wanted me dead. I lost all my friends, was running from the cops. Getting red was dark in my head. You know that I have seen a lot of things in all of my years, but I'm thankful for this crazy life. Every single scar and every single scrape, every bruise and tattoo along the way tells a little story that I can't explain because the words escape me, but the marks remain. They won't ever fade and they can't be erased. They made me who I am and I am not ashamed. Every bump and scratch and every drop of blood prove how far I've came.
Yeah, boys.
These tattoos.
By the way, did you see that? Hold up.
And every drop of blood prove how.
It says
Hang a Cow Gang.
Hang a Cow Gang?
Yeah. Hangover Gang and Adam Calhoun.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Is that a collaboration thing? Is that supposed to be a tease thing? Is that supposed to be
that probably was one of their merch items that dropped with their album.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah,
but
okay.
That's a dope hat.
I do like that hat.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, let's keep going. I have things to say, but we're about like halfway through this. I'm trying to recycle them through my head over and over so that I remember when we're later on in the video because
that way you don't say spread your legs again. Or
God, I probably will.
These tattoos on my arms hide from you. All the scars. These tattoos on my arms hide from you. All the scars. I have had my scars longer than most of my friends. Crashed a couple cars, put some stitches in my legs. Looked up at the stars and all I can say is thanks. Recovery was hard, but it made me who I am. All these ugly battle scars complete me. They're reminders of the demons who tried their best to defeat me. They don't look so good in photos, but my struggles ain't beneath me. And these tattoos ain't for nothing, this is physical graffiti. Every broken bone, all the sticks and stones, and the moments when I felt so alone. Every single tear and like a million beers that I only drank so I could try to cope. Every bloody nose and all the muddy clothes when I was in the dirt down inside a hole. Every single scuff and every single scab made me who I am. These tattoos.
Man, it's so good.
I don't really have much to say. I mean, it's a Tom song, his words kind of speak for themselves. He's obviously just talking about some hardships and that he's not totally, like everyone is, no one is impenetrable, right? Like everyone's vulnerable at some point, and everybody lets something in at a certain point in their life. And sometimes you just got to cover that shit up. So it leaves a scar. Sometimes you choose to cover it up. Sometimes you let it fly, whatever. It's just I don't know, man. I'm just kind of sitting here vibing with it.
I mean, just he doesn't mention the fact that he wish he could go back and change it. And there's so many people that go, oh, I wish I would have went back and like never married that person, or I wish I would have gone back and never done this thing or whatever. But like he's saying, despite all of the bad things that happened to me and the bad decisions I made and all of these things, they made me who I am today.
Yeah, he even says he's not ashamed. He's like, I did those things. I'm not ashamed of it. Like,
yeah, and he's like, I wouldn't be who I am without those things.
Yeah.
And we were talking on a Harry Mack video where we were talking about his professionalism and stuff. Once again, it's another thing of life experience. You typically find people who go through a lot at a young age are more mature and smarter, and they make better decisions because they've had that life experience of making mistakes.
For sure.
So
keep going?
Yeah, let's
go.
All right,
let's go.
On my arms, hide from you. All the scars, these tattoos. On my arms, hide from you. All the scars, these tattoos. On my arms, hide from you. All the scars.
wow.
Oh yeah, I wanted to make mention of Nova's little section in there too. You can definitely tell that she gets her chance at the reins in some of these videos. Like this one, Tom had a very specific verse where the backgrounds were different. He was in pictures. He had white little flashing things. There was a couple of text on the screen, things like. You can totally tell that Nova was like, all right, I'm gonna get a little flashy with this section of it.
And I almost wonder if that was part of the issues that they had with getting the video out.
Oh,
is maybe there was some footage that didn't get got a corrupted file. Which we've had that happen before.
Yeah.
And she was like, what am I gonna do? So she had all of these shots. So maybe there was another location that they went to, but they couldn't use any of those shots. So she had to do that.
She had to mix in all that stuff. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. Super creative way to cover it up. I mean,
good.
work with what you have to, right? And like make do with what you have. And Yeah, I didn't even think that could have possibly be just like well, this is how we had to correct what we weren't able to shoot.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah. It still came out great.
Either way, it was awesome. Yeah, I think it's a really cool way to shoot the video to where like there's a very distinct like Tom's got this really cool, powerful intro section, and then he comes into the second verse where like everything gets kind of like a little more artsy and kind of a little more flashy for a second. Then he comes back into the chorus and kind of finishes everything out. It was kind of nice, man. I think it really helped kind of like diversify the video a little bit and kind of mix things up a little bit. There's a few seconds. I just want to see what happens here at the end of it. If he, just smiling,
just hanging on the couch. Well, shouts out to Nova Rockefeller once again.
Always.
Great job.
Always.
She was talking about how her eyes were so swollen from the sand blowing around. And I shot her a message on Instagram. I was like, bro, I know about that. Like,
shit.
Right now, I can see your tree just raping your neighbor's house.
You guys can probably see the trees out in the window there, kind of moving around. Yeah, it was way worse than this earlier, but it's got a light breeze going on. Welcome to Wyoming. Light breeze,
35 mile an hour,
40
breeze.
mile an hour light breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 out of 5, dude. All day, every day.
I wanna figure out what like it sounds like Angels and Airwaves to me, but I feel like there's a different influence in there. I don't know. You ever you ever hear from other people around town like you hear it through the grapevine that somebody has something negative to say about you, you know, like for instance, just the other day, Becca went and got her eyelashes done or something like that. Nails done or something like that. And the nail tech, she asked who she was dating. She goes, "Oh, I'm dating Matt Greenlee." She goes, "Are you dating Matt Greenlee?" Yeah. She's all, "Watch out for him." Like,
okay.
And I don't even know this person. I literally don't know this person. Don't know her at all. And so Becca came back and told me that, and it was just like, and for what? Like, I feel like, you know, I'm a pretty good person. I'm a pretty decent damn person. And so it's also entertaining to me to sit and think about, like, I wonder what I did or what event happened that I was involved with that made that person decide that, like, don't like him. Because I genuinely don't, especially when it's people that I don't even know. I'm like, I don't even think I've ever met you.
Right.
So why do you have? I don't have an opinion of you. Why all of a sudden? Why are you so up? Like, and that was what I was like. I need to remember that for the beginning of this, because, you know, he talks about scars and not being ashamed of it and things like that, and it's just got me thinking about stuff like that. You know, like all the people that
have things to say about you.
Yeah, you know? And like I think he made mention of people doing him wrong and things like that or whatever. But it's like I'd like to know with some of these people that I'm like, I've never even interacted with you. What did I do that like set you off? That was I don't know. It's just entertaining to me. I don't really care either way. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. Again, I am who I am because of what I've done, right? And I feel like I'm doing okay. So
I don't tend to get in arguments with hardly anybody.
And
like the thing is, I mean, we've been doing this for a little over a year. Like, we've been hanging out a little over a year. And you've only seen one time where I clashed heads with somebody, and it was simply just because I wanted to live my life differently, and you know he didn't want to do that.
That's
thing.
okay.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
like,
different ways, dude. Different strokes for different folks.
It's wild how somebody will vilify you for that. Like I would love to. I mean, I don't care. But at the same time, I would love to be a fly on the wall when my name comes up in conversation around that person.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I've got like fly on the wall envy. I'm just like, man, I would just love to know what people are saying behind closed doors, you know, like, because what did I do?
Just because I like to laugh at that shit.
Yeah, and that's like, a lot of times I'd be like, oh, really? That's what it was? Well, that makes sense then. That's fine. We weren't meant to be in, you know, friends or whatever it is. I'm sure that's the case 99% of the time. It's oh, that's just my sense of humor. Sorry. I find most of that shit. Yeah. Sorry you got offended. That's okay. We shouldn't be in the same circles anyways if stuff like that offends you or whatever the case may be, right?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know. It just gets me thinking. The Tom videos,
so good, man.
Controversial videos and things like that. I'm not saying it's controversial, but his thought-provoking videos always just kind of like, I like to jog my memory and just see what's down there, see what's in the archives.
There's not a whole lot.
I'll give it. No, it's an empty space. It takes a long time to get from one end to the other because it's just a long empty space. But yeah, you know, there's some relative information floating around in there somewhere. You know,
somewhere.
5 out of 5. I'll give it 5 out of 5, man. Yeah. Why not? I think collectively it's deserving. It's just it's just so different than what I'm used to hearing from Tom. I'm like, where? Huh? Tom, how come you're not angry? Like,
you're not angry?
You should be pissed about something, or like, making fun of something or like no, you're just we're all a little vulnerable sometimes, man, and it's nice and refreshing to see a change of pace.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, man.
Well, if you guys like this video as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification
hangover gang.
And by the way, June 23rd, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be live on the Elsewhere podcast with Billy Wilkins. There will be a link down in the description below.
In these mountains time.
And we hope to see you guys there. And don't forget, we also have a Patreon. It is in our About section on our YouTube page. If you click on there, you can subscribe for $5 a month, and you get exclusive content, behind the scenes, and extra reactions. So if you guys like to see that, go ahead and do that. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Wow.